Hello friends! This video is a squirrel video. Did you see my squirrel? My squirrel videos mean that this could be about anything. This week I wanted to tell you how I find books. And so this video is all about books. And I know teachers would like to hear about that. Parents would like to hear about that, and kids. So if you are interested in finding out more about where I find my books, stay tuned, watch and see what I say. I am also making a tier. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the tier list in a second, but first I want to say a little something. I have to admit to something. I am a bookophile. It's true. I love books. And it's not just me. It's the rest of my family. My husband encourages me. He buys me books. And then my daughter, she also has the illness, and she has grown up in a book-loving house, and she loves books. And even my son, who's not as crazy as the rest of us, he is an English major, and he is an excellent writer. So I think he likes books too. So as much as we all like books, though, we don't like to pay the expensive price of a book. And books are very expensive. So I'm going to talk about where I find my books, but also with keeping that idea in mind that I really like a good price. So when I want to find a book, I get a book in my mind and I start to think about it, and I hear about it from someone, or I see something online, or another teacher shares it, and I think, oh, I've got to get that book, and it goes into my brain. One of the places I like to look is Barnes & Noble. Let's see, here's Barnes & Noble. Now, Barnes & Noble is a great place to look because they have a huge selection. Here in Arizona, it's very hot. It's a nice, cool place to go in and look at books. So Barnes & Noble is one of those places that people know, or maybe you have another chain bookstore that's very well known. But the one that I like to go to is Barnes & Noble. And as a teacher, sometimes I get gift cards to Barnes & Noble, so I use those. But it is expensive. So on my tier list, it doesn't go up to the top. I do like to go there, but I don't like the prices. So on my tier list, Barnes & Noble is down here. I know. And I like to look there for books because they have all the books. So I do like to do that. And then I like to go and see if I can find them somewhere else for a better price. This is very spendy. So the other place I like to look at that has a good selection is Amazon. Now we all know Amazon. And Amazon is fast and easy to find. Sometimes they're cheap. You can find them used and they're cheaper, but Amazon is good price and fast. I love how fast it is. So this one goes up, but it's not always a good price. So I'm going to put it, I think I'm going to give it a C. I like how fast it is, but not always the best price. So I'm going to talk about a couple other places. Now, teachers, and if you were a student growing up, you probably had Scholastic book clubs in your classroom. If you're a teacher, you probably have it. And if you're a parent, you've probably seen these. And now they have a lot more digital and you can go online. But the book clubs would send home sheets with books on it. And then all the kids love doing that, and then going around and circling what they want to get. And then, the parent looks at it and goes, okay, you can have one of those. But it's a fun way to get books, and it's a good price. Now for teachers, it is you get points for how many things people buy. You build up points, and so you can buy things on there with your points. Buy things for your classroom, buy other books. I like to buy books for the kids in my classroom with my points. And on here, parents look for teachers' wish lists. When you go on there, you can put teachers. You can put them on there. Parents, you can find them and buy a book for the teacher. So this is a great way to get books, and I like it. I'm going to put it up here on B. This one's kind of big, but we're going to put it there. So the other place that's Scholastic is Scholastic book fairs. Now, the book fairs are a little pricey, and so I'm not as excited about the book fairs, but we all remember the book fairs and how much fun they were. How you would ask your parents, beg for things, and always it was the stuff, it was never the books. But I love good parents who say, you can get one of those little stupid things, and then you can get, one book or whatever. The pointers, I use the pointers in my classroom, and when we have that, the kids love getting pointers so they can play school at home. But book fairs are good, because at our school, at least, we have a basket full of books that I want for my classroom. So the book fair helps me get those books, and I have books that I have gotten through the years, and when I open up those books, it just makes me smile, because I see the kid's name in there that they gave me this book, and it means a lot to me. I think of the Occardo family. They always, every time I had one of their kids, I had 3 of the 4, and Carly would always get books for me. And just the other day, I opened a book, and there was a book from their family. And so it just, again, makes me smile. And so I do love the book fairs for that, but they're very expensive. So I'm going to put this down here in D, because it's not as good as the book clubs. Book clubs are much better prices, and book clubs sometimes have deals, and you can get books for $1. I mean, that's a great deal. This one, not so much. Oh, yeah, it's good enough. Okay, so the other thing, and I'm not going to put this one up there, but Scholastic Warehouse Sale. I have not been to one of these. And what it is the books that they return from book club, the books that they return from the book fair, things that go wrong or they have too much of, whatever happens, they go back to the warehouse. I am going to link down below for this. You go to their website, you put in your zip, and then they tell you when your zip in your email, and they will tell you when the warehouse sale is. I put mine in, and I have not heard back from them, so hopefully I will be able to come back and say, you know what, I was able to do this. But I know with COVID and everything else, things are weird, so I know that is an option, and I'm putting that out there for you guys. So look at that and try to see if you have yours in your area. And if you've been to it, please comment down below. I would love to hear how it was, and I've heard other people say it's really good. here in Arizona, we have something called Bookmans. Now, I love used bookstores, and I did not put just regular used bookstores on here, but they are a wonderful place to find books. Not the great selection, but it's a nice surprise. So you go and you're like, oh, I wanted this, or this is an old book of mine, or something. It really it is a fun place to explore. Now, Bookmans is a used bookstore on steroids. And it says entertainment exchange because it's not just books. It's electronics, it's instruments, it's music. They have records, and they have all kinds of things to listen to music on. And I like it because as a teacher, there is an education section. So when we go, when we have our different places we go, I go to the education section and see if there's any books that I want or I've been looking for. And then I go to the children's section to see if there's any books I want. And then I go and look for some other books for me. There's so many fun things. Oh, games. They have games there, and we love board games in our family. That is like one of the main things we like to do as a family. So Bookmans is a great place to go and find books. So I would love to do a tour of their store so you can see what it looks like. I am going to link their website down below, and you will you can go and look and see what they have. But it's really just the experience. The guy that started this in the 70s, he has a blue beard, so when you see him on there, you'll see him. But he just wanted a fun place to kind of hang out and look at books, and that is what it is. You can just go hang out, look at books. My son, when he was younger and he was really into like Game Boy and different things, he would find unique games there that for sale. And just my daughter, she found a flute that she really wants, and so it's just always like something unique. We always find something that we're like, oh, this is great. It's a cool place to go. So like I said, I would really like to do a video of just them and walking around and checking this out because it's very unique. Also for teachers, they have Project Educate, and you get 20% off, but you have to bring something that shows that you are currently working for a school. So your paycheck, pay stub, you can't, like, our IDs are like not, they don't have dates that tell you what day to what day we work there. And so for them, they need something that shows that time, or even a contract or something like that. So with that said, Bookmans is up here. Oh, an A. Just the best. Even though you can't always find the book that you want, it's like a treasure hunt going to find a fun book that you would like. And like I said, other secondhand stores, super fun. And I didn't put this on here, but like we have Changing Hands bookstore. I will also link down below. I have a friend, Lila, and she has an online book, she has a business selling books, and so I will link that down below, and hopefully you can find good books on her site. The library, this is the logo for our library here, but our library is I love our library. It's out in the middle of nowhere. Every so often I will have a rant about not being able to use the library that's near us because they're snobs. But anyways, I go to Apache Junction Public Library, which is 15 miles away from my house, but we love it. And I'm going to show you pictures on here. Hopefully you've seen the pictures of like the castle, and just it's a fun place to go. When my daughter was little, we would go in there and she would want to play in the castle. And then as she's gotten older, she's 19, she still goes into the children's section because there's books in there that she really loves. And so and it's funny, like they have a really cool teen section, but she was never really comfortable going in there. But she really likes this. Anyways, we used to go every summer, and part of our summer school that I would do with her is we would go, that was one of our things, we would go to the library once a week and we'd pick out new books and we'd drop off the ones we had already. And so it was kind of a fun thing, part of our routine. And so we just have a real love for Apache Junction. But one of the things they do is they sell their old books. Now, they are used and they are loved, but you get books for like 25 cents to $1. So this, see, it doesn't have a selection. I think I'm going to put it down here. I'm going to put it in E just because it doesn't have the selection. But it has a really good price. So we're going to talk about that in a second. My last place, my favorite place, well, see, I gave it away. But my favorite place, and people always hear me talk about this place, it is VNSA. It is a huge book sale in downtown Phoenix. This is the used book sale to end all other used book sales. With the exception of pandemic, the event was held. The event is held every February around Valentine's Day. So this is because we love books, it's our Valentine's Day activity. It has every book subject imaginable. We go in early in the morning on Saturday, and I will talk to you more about it another time closer to the sale and give you the details, but it's just a fun place to go and look for books. For me, it has children's books, teaching tools, and big books. And for teachers, we know about big books. They usually cost between $30 to $40. Here, they're between $2 to $5. Yes, big books. So I kind of gone crazy on big books, and I have to reel myself back. But now it's like, okay, only a book that I really, really like. And there's some things that I know that I'm looking for that I cannot find that are not being published. So those are things I'm looking for. I'm looking for, just like in my head, I kind of have a running list. And then, like I said, I look for children's books, teaching tools, and big books. The very first thing I go to is big books or teaching tools, because those kind of run out. But I have found a box, like a box full of teaching tools that go with Zoophonics I use with kids, and it was $3, and it's like something that would be $20, $30, maybe $100 retail price, but that is a good price. And what they're doing is they're just trying to raise money, but they're also reeling us in, getting us in, and getting us to buy books. We spend probably $200 there. Like I said, I will have another video where I talk more about just this sale. But because it's a used book sale, you don't know what you'll find. And like I said, in January or February, I will do another video all about this one. So this one, I know you probably know, it's going up here, the Superior. Now, there are gold stars for good prices. So, even though Apache Junction didn't get up here, they still get a gold star for good prices. And Amazon, I know they don't always have good prices, but sometimes they have good prices. And these guys definitely have good prices. Bookmans and VNSA. Now, Bookmans prices are normal used book sale prices, or used bookstore prices, regular used bookstore prices. VNSA is children's book are like 25 cents to $2. My husband gets like books about history and things like that they're a couple dollars, normally like $20. And so it just depends on what you're looking for. Just regular books like novels and things like that, Faith gets those for $1. So it just, like I said, depends on what you're looking for, but they're all good prices here. Books. I could talk about books forever. The other thing that I was going to say about books, if you really like books, let somebody know that you want that book. This one that I talked about in another video, The Rabbit Listened. So I heard about it during a training. After the training, I told my husband about it, and I said, I really want that book. And he went online and got it for me. I got it for Mother's Day. So, and he got it from Amazon. So that was where we got that one. Books are so amazing. Let me know your favorite place to get books down below. And tell me what you would like to know more about. If it's something on here, what I was talking about, like I said, I would really like to go walk around Bookmans and talk about that, and also VNSA book sale. The squirrel books are for fun things, and if you can think of something fun you'd like to hear me talk about, I would love to do that. If you like this video, and I really hope you do, push like. Smash the subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you, friends. Bye.